Stop really wasting energy on things that you can't control. Too many leaders get really paralyzed by the fear of failure, especially when things feel out of control. Use every challenge as a chance to learn, adapt. When things get really tough, leaders often work harder and longer, thinking that to grind through. But this leads, guess what, to burnout, fatigue, and poor decision making when you feel that way. Create also an environment where people can really bring new ideas, experiment, and adjust weekly without fear of repercussions or criticism. So many people really try to shoulder the burden of uncertainty alone, and I see this many times. They think it's their job to figure everything out. Let's be real, uncertainty is part of life, and especially in business. And whether it's a market shift, an unexpected crisis, or internal challenges, staying resilient as a leader isn't just a skill, it's a necessity. So how do you keep moving forward when everything around you seems so uncertain? In today's video, I'm going to share 5 powerful strategies to help you stay resilient, focused, and confident when the going gets tough. And hi, I'm Andrea Petrone, and welcome to the World Class Leader Show. Over the past 20 years, I have worked closely with CEOs and leadership teams from Fortune 500 to mid-cap companies, helping them navigate uncertainty and lead through times of transformation. This podcast is all about giving you practical insights to help you live better, perform better, and create a winning culture. And before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, let's dive into the strategies that will keep you strong no matter what comes your way. So strategy number 1, focus on what you can control. So first things first, stop really wasting energy on things that you can't control. This is a mindset shift that will dramatically change how you deal with uncertainty. So here's the problem. Many leaders really get bogged down worrying about things that have no power over. So market volatility, economic downturns, competitors' actions. So the more you stress over these external factors, the more overwhelmed you become. And that stress filters down to your team. Believe me, they sense it. So how can you fix it? Well, identify what you can control and focus on your energy there. Maybe it's improving communication within your team. Maybe it's about streamlining your processes or finding small wins that can really build momentum. So by controlling what you can, you create a sense of progress, even during uncertain times. So it gives also your team direction and keeps the focus on action and not anxiety. Strategy number 2, cultivate a growth mindset. Uncertainty often brings failure or setbacks. It's natural, but resilient leaders don't really fear failures. They see it as a learning opportunity. But here's the thing, too many leaders get really paralyzed by the fear of failure, especially when things feel out of control. And this, by the way, creates a risk-averse culture where no one is really willing to take bold steps forward anymore, and that really stunts growth. My personal advice is embrace a growth mindset. Understand that failures and setbacks are just part of the progress. What matters is how you respond to them. Use every challenge as a chance to learn, adapt. When you model this mindset for your team, you create an environment where resilience becomes second nature, where people are afraid to take risk or fail because they know that's how growth happens. Strategy number 3, prioritize your well-being. You can't be resilient if you burn out. In times of uncertainty, one of the biggest mistakes I see leaders make is neglecting their own physical and mental health. So here's the thing, when things get really tough, leaders often work harder and longer, thinking that to grind through, right, the problem. But this leads, guess what, to burnout, fatigue, and poor decision making when you feel that way. So if you're running empty, you can't really effectively lead your team. So my suggestion is prioritize self-care as a core part of your resilience strategy. This means getting enough sleep, eating well, exercise, and taking time to recharge mentally. You're not a machine, and pretending you are will only make things worse in the long run. By taking care of yourself, you show your team that resilience also means pacing yourself, and that it's okay to take a step back and come back stronger. Strategy number 4, stay flexible and adaptable. Resilience is about sticking rigidly to the plan. It's actually being able to pivot when necessary. The leaders who thrive in uncertainty actually are the ones who stay very adaptable. And by the way, in times of uncertainty, Many leaders really cling to the original strategies out of fear of change, but trying to push forward with a plan that no longer fits the current situation can make things just worse and create more stress in people, and of course in you. So, my advice, be willing to adjust your approach as new information becomes available. Look, resilient leaders know that adaptability is key to survival. Stay open then to change and encourage even your team to do the same. Create also an environment where people can really bring new ideas, experiment and adjust quickly without fear of repercussions or criticism. When flexibility becomes part of your culture, your entire organization will be better equipped to handle uncertainty. And finally, strategy number 5, lean on your support network. No one really gets through a tough time alone. One of the best things you can do for your resilience is to surround yourself with a strong support network. Now, the reality is many leaders really try to shoulder the burden of uncertainty alone, and I see this many times. They think it's their job to figure everything out, so they don't really ask for help or admit when they're struggling. This isolates them and can lead to poor decisions made in a vacuum, and that's really strong. So please build a trusted support network that you can lean on when times get tough. It could be your leadership team, a mentor, or even peers outside your company, and maybe a coach. And that's what I do with many clients. Don't be afraid to ask for advice and feedback when you need it. The best leaders know that resilience isn't really about doing it all on your own. It's actually about knowing when to rely on others to help you stay grounded and make better decisions and change your perception about the situation. So, in summary, resilience is what happens when great leaders from the rest, especially during uncertainty times. By focusing on what you can control, embracing a growth mindset, prioritizing your well-being, staying adaptable, and leaning on your support network, you will be able to navigate uncertainty with confidence and lead your team to success. I can guarantee you 100%. So, if you found these strategies helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to the World Class Leader Show. I'll be sharing more practical tips to help you become a more resilient, effective leader during challenging times.